welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
This is pure evil. We have never in a panopona pera. I remember when I was young in Ndola, a man was buried in expensive clothes. And in the morning, after mwashika baya kuya kumando kuya chekina kuya sanga, because you have to be going like the first week after burial kula yako every morning, as per our culture kumona pamanda kuya sanga na bashikula elo mubiri ba posa fefide ba sende fya kwala fiance. And you know that family body take a second funeral. Just how they humiliated that man. Eida ba ishide amboku chitanombanga bashiko muntu kubika cement, so that doesn't happen. But this is the same thing. The feeling that I have today is a feeling that I felt because those people that were close to us, and Tuaria take a second funeral because of that. Now, can you imagine? This has been going on for 10 months. Ba Esther Lungu Tasila, ba Sister Betha, Dali. So the entire Lungu family is not only the wife. They have cousins, they have relatives, they have aunties, they have brothers and sisters. What has this done to their family? This GRZ government is like a lion. Mwalimona lion ifilianga ikataka kabambi. Olo crocodile nga ikato muntu. This is how this evil government has done on this Lungu family. Like want to shred them to pieces. Shred every fiber of the Lungu family. And we are like, why? Why does HH want to do this? To a point, no Babafka Pali self-destruction. HH has self-destructed himself in a quest to destroy the Lungu family. He has self-destroyed himself. No one will ever look at him the same. No one. Even all the praise singers, no one. Nga the praise singer walikwata 5 senses. Nga lumba HH ni shikari you are not normal. Because I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone. Nobody should have to go through this. I am feeling like this. If they are not even my family, I just know him. I love him because he was a Zambian president. And we are in this for politics. But imagine the people who are connected to him as family. How are they feeling? Because life is a time bomb. Life is a time bomb. Do you think people, how do you think people will treat you? Bamutinta. South African government, I think you are the amo finally. How can the South Africa wake up and they have taken the body to a government facility? Eh? Paka send your mubidi. Why? Okay, even if that's the case, they could have just written to the Lungu family to say, even that's the case, okay, worst case scenario. Lungu family, we are planning to repatriate the body on this day. Can someone be here so that we take the body and from here to a straight to airport? Mama, what is the whole thing of taking the body? South Africa, they go and pack the body somewhere. This is where I can cry all the way want to ngana ingira mofie if you're feeling mutima ulele puka. Mama, why did they have to take the body and put it to a secret facility? Iani Morgue has been keeping the body for 10 months. They could have just told the morgue to inform the family and all the lawyers, do things the right way. Since this thing is whatever, they should have done things in a normal way. And told them, the family, lawyer took us sendo movie in Mairopa Friday or Lopa Saturday, and we are flying out. So ipekanyeni. Usha kabeko akabeko. If ture ya ture senda waya and get your shit.
Exactly.
Eh? If they meant well, they could have written to everybody, all the stakeholders. The plane will be departing. Baba pay na itinerary yonse. Plane will be departing. Whatever. Get ready. If I to sendo mubili, because we have been given the right to take the body with or without any of you. Mamona, they could have done that. But why basendo mubili wa utwaloko? This is where to learn that muri no bulosh. Why should mubili wabe no makose ya popa katerero mwa usenda? But nangu na musenda. Fiance fe mwana chita kumubili uko. It will be a poison on you. Whatever you have done, ngana mchitapo fe chimopa mubili wabalungu. Chaga alaba empera yenu. It will be your poison. It is the beginning of the end. And before I conclude, therefore, whoever mama MPs aba supporta bakainde mwai mwena. Imwe bonse mwema MPs mweba pera power bakainde to fly. You have seen it today. ECZ electro bill. Nga mwai votera. Ero abena Zambia bakanya bakala pira na imwe bene mukashiningisha kumu. This man should not be given any chance. And from today, if you support Bahakainde, please better stop, especially you the MPs. Because there's an ECZ bill which is hanging. And that bill is a Dundumwezi formula to give him total power to take over government. This man has a nerve to go and take a body from a foreign country. So what this is in Zambia, he has given himself the power. Just because we swore him in as a president, he has overstepped his boundaries. He has taken the power with you by about 3 million traitors, MPs. You are the reason this country will be set on fire. Imomema MPs. I hope this is an eye-opener. Wisukomu twe adia 3 million. Wisukomu twe. Na paku pepa tuna pepera baliama 3 million. Na bashadi yako baliama UPND MPs. Let them be like Gary Nkombo. Go, you UPND MPs, go and talk to Gary Nkombo and ask why Gary Nkombo is a lone ranger. Instead of Gary Nkombo being a lone ranger, you all better get the hell behind him and ask that man to tell you why he's behaving like that. Because Muko Chechalo Apa is not about UPND or PF. It's about patriotism to the country. It is about it's about maintaining Ubuntu. Death is humanity, it's not political. There is no such law which allows a dead body to be prosecuted. But these people, they want to take beyond death. To even stop somebody from being buried. What a shame. What a shame. We are witnessing where they are trying to change a narrative and now take political cases beyond death. Nga wafwa we muntu wafwa for afwa. We may so rest in peace. Nengo ngorenga walikwata kuno. They just go after your assets. Nga walikwata ko tupe. Babula nga kanga ndanga nikamotoka. Bashtisha. Some debts they are secured. Some they are unsecured. So it should end. All this Hara Balu should have ended when Lungu died. But these people, they want to take death beyond torture. They want to take justice beyond death. MPs was in parliament. Your wife will suffer, your family will suffer like Esther Lungu. Because this is the narrative they are creating. Because this is something they are creating. And that's why to support Muma comment. They want to take punishment of a person beyond death. Death is final. When you die, all they have to do is, if you have any assets, sell them and pay. You're dead. If they need to seize them, they seize them. They don't have to start now going after your dead body. Deny you burial for 10 months. This is not the Zambia we want. And every well-meaning Zambian should know. Lastly, Wadama 7,000 cadet. Na ingira much election. Cash back to prevent a malayot. Na beshiwati wadam sendo mubili. So they need the cadet to kuta control or ichiriro kuya. baka shikebe kana ba paramilitary eona imwebe ne ba paramilitary na masoja. There is a limit. There is a limit where you can support orders. Tekula support afyama order mungulu. This is a matter of humanity. It's beyond politics. When someone dies, you step away and let his loved ones take over. And I thank for the latest news to pocket ya pape no kwebati baba chita order tibabwesho mubili. And this government will be cited for contempt. The next thing, the Interpol will go and arrest Kabesha. Apanomba, if Kabesha pesuzi, we need to take Kabesha ku Interpol. We need international laws to take force because ishimira ndushire chitikira ku South Africa. Let the Lungu family start illegal persecutions on Attorney General Kabesha. Nachua manafi chitika na ku South Africa. No, by imagining a chitike mu Zambia. Ngachirishan, I submit.
You see, my sister Phumie, akuti tu alanda bwacha. The only thing pano to repent ama minutes nama hours, yeah? Washta crossover second, watasha valesa. They can be planning. Mishona wish for planning akwalesa. You don't know limbi wish apapene tu ala bwacha wachipona film toilet. So we have everything, we just leave it to God.
But people plant seeds, Mama.
In the departure lounge, people can be planting.
They plant seeds. That's why you need to kill it. You need to kill bad energy.
Destiny. Let the destiny fight for you. Let's say what better destiny. So we can't argue with God.
Yeah, but this is not God. That is a devil. Teresa, that is not God. That is the work of the devil. Yes. But the devil has failed.
You're planning a chala is how do this.
Yeah, but you know what? They can do it. But look at what they've caused us. Look at what they have caused us. Eh? Look at what they are causing the Lungu family. I'm not a member of the Lungu family. This is what we are saying. This shouldn't have to happen to anyone. Nobody should have to go through this. But we should not die being tormented. This is the point here. Yes. No one wants to die being tormented. Even if we are all going to die, we should die a peaceful death. And we should have a dignified burial. It's a human right.
Exactly.
So we are not going to sit here and say once it took a fight, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay for people to be tormented when they are being when
they'll never die.
No, but I am disagreeing with you there. Whether I can fall or not, I am disagreeing with you, Mama. No. But this should not have to happen to anyone. They must just cut it. They must stop. Nobody needs this to happen. Nobody needs to go through this at all.
Exactly.
To ease the pain, you die peacefully. Otherwise, no, you give medications to help that person so that they die in dignity and in comfort. So balungu abenebali for peacefully kulia, but we need those people to mourn, to be left alone. Nobody needs to be tormented for 10 months, for 10 freaking months. It's like a slow poison. No.
Yes.
It's tormenting somebody. Let's say torment. Only God has the power to torment us in that wafwa. Not you muntu pano pachalo wafye. Esem kuchita tormentini. Is Attorney General na HH ni balesa pano pachalo. Pauchi basende insambu shakula kitatocha abantu. If Lungu committed sins, it's between him and his God. It's not up to Bakabesha na HH to start punishing for Lungu of what HH thinks he did. It is wrong. Landeni kwa mwelambi. By GKDR, Landeniko, so that there are some people where they focus up Pamulu.
Phumie, to be honest with you, I have a different take on this matter. And I'm not against the issue of God. Yeah, we can pray. But my question is, what are we praying for? Are we praying for the body to be taken back? Are we praying for those people who have taken the body to be punished? What are we? I don't know what people are going to pray for at this point. Yes, prayers can be helpful to calm down our feelings, but at the same time, might not solve the problem that we want to be solved. And I think the other take I have is on the letter that has been written by the Attorney General about leaving the body in Pretoria. There is a question there and some suspicion that probably the body is in Zambia, not in Pretoria, honestly. And if the body is in Pretoria, why are they asking them to bring it back? Back from where? They could have said, take it back to the morgue where it was. So the other thing is, probably we would hear from the Lungu family if the body is still in South Africa, if they can visit the morgue in Pretoria, or anybody, maybe they are attorneys. But there are a lot of suspicion that the body is in Zambia at the moment. And probably the South African government was involved to have allowed them to do whatever they did. Because whenever a plane is flying in, flying out, there is a manifest required of what is on that plane, who's on that plane.
Exactly.
Yes, so this is a political game to them. It's not making any sense. If I might relate this to something else, look what has happened to Malema. This is what is going on even in South Africa. So I can't trust whatever comes out of their mouths.
Nango wakunani baile kitabu dakchikuruli ishirudi kasongo wakuno.
Exactly, all those things. It's unfortunate that we seem not to have a solution as a people, and the only solution we have is in August, which probably we might even have no powers to change anything because of the powers that he has taken the opposition MPs to be part of his ruling, you see. So, if you look at every dictator in the world, that dictator did not operate alone. There are some people that make the dictator become a dictator. You see, so that's what is happening even in Zambia. Your own MPs are part of the game. It's worth mentioning Darren Kombo of what he has done, but how many more are you going to mention that are working diligently and at the same time, honestly, with the people of Zambia? Probably zero. Yes, there is Impundu and some other MPs, but they are operating also somehow in fear. You see, we as a people, we are the ones who are supposed to rise up and say, enough is enough. Stop this, please. We can't take it anymore. I'm telling you, we can pray, yes, but probably the solution is not going to come tomorrow, or the answer is not going to come next week. And those people, they'll be thriving in doing whatever they are doing. It's a crime, what has happened. It's a crime, but tell me, who's going to be arrested? Probably with the Lungu family when they come to the funeral, if they did. Not the people went and stole their person. That is the problem of injustice in the world. There is a lot of injustice, and in this case, it's just all injustice. And at the same time, the sad part is when Phumie, I don't know how many I'm going to apologize to the people of this country, Zambia, that I put my name in campaigning for the current president, who turns out to be what he is, not what we thought he was. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Somebody has said if they can steal a body, what more my election?
Thank you.
So that's why Fifi Nemulandide, these people, they are enabling a dictator. They have built this dictator. Mamona. So apart, the last thing, let us not even talk about August 13. What we have to talk about is this ECZ bill. ECZ bill inga yapita ni chapu August 13. Election wakati announced at 100%.
That's why I'm talking about these MPs that crossed the line, you see? These MPs that crossed the line, what were they thinking, and what are they thinking now? Are they with the people? Look at what has happened in Parliament. The speaker is asked about the people who crossed the line to go to other parties, going to UPND. Why are they still in Parliament? What did she do? Pretended like she doesn't know what is taking place. And for sure, they're going to end the term as members of Parliament.
I was having a conversation with somebody.
Our constitution today as a nation, our constitution today is as good as a toilet paper. I'm telling you. It's nothing. It's nothing. So, my last question again, I repeat. What are you guys praying for? Because there must be something to pray for. You can't just be praying in vacuum. You should be able to mention what you are looking for from God.
Anangwa Maria or anybody ready to speak, you can go ahead. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Ukuya iwo mubiri mwe bantu.
Mama President Tekenwa, Mama Maria na Raisa later.
Okay, Mama Maria or Mama Emily? If Mama Emily, okay, go ahead.
Mama. Once papa platform.
When you want children.
I'm still in shock. It can behavior like someone on the panel says but it doesn't guarantee him to come out like that. Now I believe what people are saying about him, and the late wife was mistreated. So family tayasente fyakufala yalishe mishingo muri bakabesha katushoko bashitwala shishiwenga bapera babrolo bapera next wife bakwata number. Otherwise he's so hard-hearted. I mean, I didn't expect them to go to such an extent. They are trying to cover up of what they have done, which is very wrong. Now that the court has granted the family the order, what are they going to say? Because if you put it under the other appeal Supreme Court, it hasn't gone through, and yet it was submitted some time back. So for him to come out with that letter to say, no, we have taken it to the state mortuary. Who is he to take the mortuary and to take movie to state mortuary?
Ngako 2 mountains amafridge tayabomba.
And they have been chasing for that body for a long time. So it's not just a matter of taking it to Korea for a cheating.
Bachilishamu bakapokola basaps n'abalyamu. Basaps n'abalyamu pose balakanga lyonse.
I think because it's an embarrassment to South Africa.
Never quite commission. Zambian, who is at the Zambian High Commissioner? Nina ambassador ku South Africa. Who is at that post? We need to name them and shame them. We need to name and shame them. Who are the officials at the South African embassy there? You know, because these people, they need to be able to put their foot down. Go ahead, Amen.
Because Bakabasha kept on saying, we'll find a way of bringing the body to Zambia. And then the other authority that was there should have been Bakabasha Benyabo. You know? Because what President Makebi has explained, he says, if they were working on the judgment Pretoria court, they should have gone with the ADC and the family member and the court martial. I think that's what he mentioned. No, but they didn't follow all that procedure. So what are they up to? What are they up to? Ila body yala basebanya yala baleterera ngana babaleka bende ba ulungu abo bakarulinga bakoti abo pene po bakaya bashika. Not to mistreat a dead body like that. That's mistreating. You can't behave in such a manner. And you called it, we found a better way to bring the body back to Zambia. Stealing the body. Family, family. Nobody will go there. We'll all be in our houses. They think Zambians will be happy about such rubbish that they're trying to bring in the country. You can't mistreat someone like that. You can't. For Ningalanda Coffee, I'm just so depressed. I'm so emotional today that you were wondering.
Okay. Yeah. Can I speak something as well?
Go ahead.
Okay. Nangu batenga tupia mene, right? Pakuti paza pakushika kwa tupi ya former head of state nyula ija ama konekera kuli kamfirwa manje veve yaba nyula zaka pasa ndani ngano ama yesta rungu swana bwere. On top of that, the other question is ngati mwana pa nyumba atukwana ama kambati vuto yonse chokera kulinda sikuli makolo. So kolo yazikola Zambia ni ndani zonse zo alutumidwa kuchokera kuli wamene, because not pali eka uyo yayi kutangazi kuita kuja kunkhala na mphamvu kuta mtukutuku kutampa kana kafike kuja imbwa ngano simnaitenga kuipeleka msanga singaende kusaka nyama eka yayi. Sole na using a proverb yo imbwa muka singa pite msanga kwenda kusaka nyama yeka yayi, meaning that ipafunika kukala wamenaza tenga ndai kupita nayo msanga kwenda kusaka nyama. So what I'm trying to say is they do sit down to make all such plans for them to go and maybe steal the body there. And such plans, it is come from the top. On their own, they can't do anything because They're being paid the money. On top of that, if I can come up with this called MP themselves, even though they can join UPND as we are speaking, but they have joined with the people or they have joined themselves. What are their interests? Is it taking the money or not taking the money from, or taking the vote from people? Because it is people of Zambia who are voting, not MPs. MPs, their duty, they did it to vote for Bill 7. See? So this time around, this 13th August, it is for the Zambian people who supposed to do their job. If they want to continue suffering like the way we are suffering this time around, we want to vote for them. But I personally, they won't see my vote. The vote, it will go to the right person. My vote. The same power which they are giving us, where was the power for 5 years which has passed? Because of election, they are giving us power. Some certain things went damaged because of poor leadership. Is it what we can have on? Definitely the answer is not. Definitely to my side, the answer is not. And do you remember that they said he has been elected as a president for UPND as we are speaking. But what about those people who were wanted to stand? So, because I just heard some certain rumors to say Galen Combo was chased into their secretariat. On top of that, is it a day before yesterday? If I'm not mistaken, Honorable Jack Membo, he was beaten in Choma Central. Is it Monze Central? Something like that. Now, why such news into their party? They don't bring up on open, but they just want to bring confusion into others' party. I submit.
Fully emotions, I'm very emotional today. Mama prays what has happened. And for me, I don't have any words for HH Nava Kavesha. I don't have any good words. Because right now, I can say something which can, no. My spirit is not okay, it's not in the right place. But what they have done, this is wrong. I think this is, I think about HH and this government has taken Zambia for a fool. Like Zambians, we don't do anything. We are very peaceful people. But HH, you don't know what you are touching. The Bible says, touch not. You know, the Bible says, is a father to the fatherless and is a husband to the widow. The torture that you have done to Mrs. Lungu, it's too much. You know, sometimes you should put those things in your situation. If it's you who died today, you know, because this is you're planting. It's a seed that you are planting. It's the same like a person who goes to the field. At the end of the day, when you plant, you want to have those things. You have to invest. You have to have. So what you have planted today, some years back, you will reap one day. And you should just know that he is coming. And you want what you have done to Israel. Do you want people who will be in power to do the same to you? To go and get a body of a president without the wifey, without, do you, I don't know, Mama, I don't know how to say it. It's like you have entered in Israel's bedroom. It's the same like it's the same like you are sick. You are sick by HH, and somebody comes to your bedside and start addressing you without the permission of who? Bamtinta. How can Bamtinta feel?
I don't know for here fina mwani. Info yari fino kuya senda mubiri wabene kwati na kalimo chipondo. Like ni kwati ni criminal leo kwati wanted criminal. A wanted criminal fifa kwati. Tule kwata kwa insoni.
Kwali bano kweba mama present kwali bano kweba sometimes umuntu otawaishi balimbi na board viewing tetwe yakona.
Bale kanya ifana tuwale kula body viewing ate blulu obeta kuli kumonapo. Kuya fye kubabyo wa imini no kutari takuri kupara mino ko bareshi ko muntu ngate blulu obe.
Imwena bakabesha
bali pama.
You think like chalo chemu well wenu.
Abana interpoile bakonka, let them cite them. In my prayer is they can't go and start breaking laws kufyalo fyabene. Bali diomu pola muzambia ba ikisira fyetyo bale fwaya bali derera mazambiani. So ukuba twale chibere shiku South Africa. I hope babachite interpol bakonke, let them be reported to international criminal courts. We need order in this country.
Yes, because they have taken advantage of us Zambians.
It's a violation of human rights. So they should take them to international criminal court. Inganiwa Interpol wengiremo. This is an opportunity to finish these people. Mamona.
It's so sad.
Ini opportunity ya kuba pwirikisha nomba kuba Zambia use the international laws because they are muno Zambia bali to derera bali leta masaiba law. Bali ikata abantu pakanwa abantu balanda. They have legalized criminality. They have legalized criminality. They have taken away our parliaments. Our judiciary is in their pockets. Our police is in their pockets. Even the parliament number 13 August mwebantu. The problem that we are going to have is this: if they sign this electoral bill, nishitwa bapera maka. So I'm appealing to all MPs to wake up. All MPs must throw out this ECZ bill. Imwe neimwe mwema politicians abakashibenu bakachulanga ba Esther Lungu. Efyo bale chula. To break it down to you. Because me, I've been telling you here for 5 years, you don't want to see it. You think it's a joke. You know? We have lost lives and now now we can mureseka. Muredi ama 3 million mure swimming amuma pool. You don't want to unite. Forget about uniting these opposition leaders. Let us unite the people to rally around one president. Chapwa. Because we don't know what they have agreed. Kwa dila bantu abakutuwa wakatama 5 senses na mamone file chika mchalo. Tulebe batika tenen tufunye po yumuntu. Paka nombo muntu ya mkuive chitumbi. Na muinkara muleseka. Umuntu ya mkuive mchitumbi muleka no kuikatana.
Kuya mkutoba nani mo mwebantu nikusoko chachitika kuchalo chabene imoba HH umuntu ngalifuile from South Africa or from Zimbabwe asaisa ku Zambia kuti mwa parents ambu umuntu wasatoba
nenshina abalishamo bayabene bashiratoba ba South African police na bena they have to investigate kabiri judge afuile aliyamo namulabako ija tape namulabako
awo chilabire mama abakali babomba na corruption vaisa mukulira vena Zambia nokulapera abantu abakufya rufimbi mpia kula nonse shabantu abakufya rufimbi so apani judge kuja na police
kuja
apani police aliye
now wa ku embassy ku Zambia, the official at the Zambian embassy, shame on you. Or we have to name and shame ulia official wa chima fimo kana fiatawe. I won't put my name on that because you're bringing a case on your family. Mwali kwa taba kashina bana na marupo na imwebe nefika migwelela. It won't even be the family yaba lungu. It will be ordinary people who will be saying varia eva ikodi yaba lungu bala chitefi bala chimona na bena. Karma, it is called karma. Nature has a way of paying you, or as a way of you paying for your sins before you die. Elo iwenga taulipira masambi obe ama aba bruru obera kesakapira mo. Leave a good legacy. Leave a good legacy. Mukashaba kashibenu nama relatives yenu ma problems. Ino konale pita ngana fiat stumbeko. Stumbeko badabadi ba shanchene. Madam pitenu kunishi mulefa. That is a legacy that I left. I can't tell you how many favors I've gotten because of the legacy my father left. He is a great man. He did this for me. Bambi even just used to. I met people who did so many things, and only to find out they did those things because of my father. I didn't even know why that. You know how Zambia is. You know, feel some connection. But I will show up a place. I'm gonna but we saw. Oh, Bambi, they won't even tell me. They'll just say, "Oh, is your father was Shan at yes? Did he work here? Yes." Why? Because of the legacy my father left. Now, some of these people, you are bringing problems to your families in them here. You'll be dead and gone. Because life you work for. You'll be dead and gone, but you have living serious problems for your families. Anyone involved in this, ukulachito mubiri wabalungu kwatna kalimo nchakwangasha kutumpoko. Ba munkonge mwaisen, ba priceless mwaisen. Na tulanda but simwalanda tuleisha fepano. Na bapera order kuri na statement ile bakabesheho barembere ati nabasendo mubiri ero bakaba umubiri baka but kuri nabalelanda ati mubiri na ulisakade muzambe tatuishiwe ne fishing
nga order ya South Africa yana mufakade
twachuka padi ba mwamba emkwa
umbasura fina order ya ipangike ya ushe tuyunse vanyo tukachinna makuma countries yambi fwebene wamafunde twamukuto wamafunde mucharo mumu
bakainde mulebe mukisha mulayusha bakainde in campaign respect of fundamental human rights and respect of law. Respect of law, my fault. Is this what you call respect of law? Bakainde every day he was singing the respect of fundamental human rights and the respect of rule of law. If you do a crime, you're on your own. Guess what? You are on your own. Mukaisanga kuhegi ku International Criminal Court. Because mwaliberesha muzambia mwamama dere ravena Zambia for 5 years. Bakaina the government na wana dere ravena Zambia. Efile na binu mpundwa derelation. Nomba mwatwala masangaraton kucharo chaveni. So we shall see. These people, they are going to be hunted down by the International Criminal Court and some of these and Interpol because they already been cited 2 cases for ordinary citizens. Now they were violating umuntu wafa. You can't let somebody rest in peace, demanding to bury somebody who they wish they fire. It's like a world. It's a mental illness.
Ekintu kimbeto tabaishwa mu Zambia tamwa befunde lya pali former president. Tababika mwefunde lya kwe bati. Ilya ibafe ni offer kutimwa ikana na ngomwa isumina. So pobala filo kwe abantu chinka. Ifunde mu Zambia tamwa belira that former president ufilya mushika ni current president takwa befyawe. Oro state funeral ipiribulo kwe bati ba state kutiba abula finance baba pera ba family. According na ba family nshira balefu okuliliramo. Umute mwiko wabo. So if abantu balando kwe bati no ali president awo tamwa bamukabe bakabike mu constitution yabo kali wale stama amendment. But pali istatapawa poro support wa government to take over body yaba ICL. Takwa abapo
Apopene bamungonge apopene. Death is human, it's not political. That's why they can never even include it in the constitution. Because when somebody dies, the person who have the rights for the body is the family. So if it can never happen, and it can. That's why the world over takwaba. So these people must get it into their heads. Okay? There is no way you are going to get away to try and make a death political. Death is not political, it is human. And you have to stay the hell away. Stay away when somebody dies and let the people bury their own dead. Let the family bury their own person. When they say state funeral, provide what it takes. It doesn't mean that you physically you have to be there. Eh? Give instruction, Zambia police, whatever armed force wings that need to do the ceremonies, let them conduct it. But stay away.
Chimbichi nkalipa bamayo nipa propaganda yao because baraba kangwa balya barabene bale bakuri ba Edgar Lunga tushe ukuba na mulino bulo chipachiro cha basatu ila basuminishe memori ya basatu kuitwara kuanglikani badirisha basatu ni ba Roman Catholic baamukube sha memori omwanglikani eparaba isi wale anda tushe muri ubulo shirango no bukuba bakangwa balire mukuranisha na family tayaba kitire mumbali ali beba tawo badiwa bateka babale teka takuli ukuranda popachiriro olo tawafire baparamira na kumubiri bakangwa bali sumine na bonse obali na bena baisa na kuzambia wa president tabatumire kwa mashiwa tawo ine argument muntu mine chisekere mu bayikere tondoro no kuisa chinja program kuisa bika kwa masoja pa airport takuli umwina Zambia wakuya mukokerera barungu pa airport tapafure pa abantu bachitana ma invitation card ba family after ba ya program fawara ndira tawo kanshita toilette umubiri ba family tabara ndire kwati twarashika kusa Africa baishire chinja vya mano atawa foto umfone kanshita toilette bawerera mu kuwerera nishana bodere foko ya ku airport tabara ndire po family ati twarashika ku South Africa wa government choro ba umfuiri ati ba family mapange twachipanga kumbali na babeba na beshi baso baranda bote taya ise wakangwa baimbe tabatumire ku family phone ili yonse nangwa mashuko wawesesha tamwashire bantu bali shwati bali cute now I got them in to airport.
Madam
What is next?
Yes. Go ahead, Bamungongerelen. Bake mulefo kulanda for something?
Yes, not to tell Baba, sorry, Baba Mungonge, when I am a Iriashido into Aishiba, Iriashina rich the garish, the Mushira in Biso, Kutichawam at least to a land way forward the Bali 50 TK. Tachuwe mekwena erote chisuma erote vechifuiro kuba lelo
ifwe ngabe na Zambia fwe bwekikumine tatufiire twayikala pofi ekikala mbapali fyonse tufiire twabika fyonse fire ekitika mu mino yakwaleesa takwaba ekintu ekiri kyonse ekyashupa nga kyakweba ati twabika mu mino yakwaleesa whatever umulwane ali plana okukita pa mubiri waba ACL tafya kabombe and ilingi twale umfweko ba ACL bale irishanya ukulingana na treatment bale bapera mistreatment bakwete isubiro lya kutila even mupashi waba ACL epo tatwashika tawaikala mchikota. Believe me you bonse abale kumako kumfa yaba ACL mwisho yakweba tita yuweme yakweba tilele ka abantu bale lukushefiramba ubishikone mucha wachela even mairwabe nginga chakweba tubamfa muno muzambi okweba tefchitike. I'm telling you ikabukwatirimbi amaliro
ero yayamba
you see so chintu chimwe chakweba tiba UPND bakateka bachalo aba tabale chimuno kweba tibale chitafiti campaign abene you see because Zambians ubika shitwa ikalira mu buntu bwashu basaro bakweba ti economy tayaba bwino eno nomba towards ama election ero baisa lete ifintu fyakweba ti Zambians abene bali sala nuko batoke fyali chitika ni fifine. You see, nombero baisa chubwesha nomba chaba kwati chaba new plus the hardship hiyo tule pitamu ichichena chala chitati campaign by UPND. To add on that, I think in a kulubadulu na lati mokulando kwebati bufayo wakwale so kwebati ilidionse ififionse fichitika pa kwebati Zambian zabeni bamoni okwebati lesa mukulu achitefin tupanshite yakwe ififionse file chitika mlandu wakwebati alefwayo mwinelesa asukolole pakwebati fwe tuishi bwino kwebati bushe tukwete ntungulu shisha kwataka tina kulilesa nangu intungulu shisha kwataka tina kulilesa ndiye lomba ma Christians bonse muchalo chesu cha Zambia ififile chitika especially foot na ma political party leaders. I'm very disappointed. Sorry to mention this. Shasha for Kulanda Palichi, natural for Fukuchitafi concentrate to Kulanda Pafiaba ECF Chitiki. But I was very disappointed. Kuli one of TikTok bloggers. Okay, let me just mention. Lilian, I was very disappointed. This is not the time Yakwambo Kula to blame each other. Gachakweba tama situations yachitika muri umusa.
Nishi bachilanda.
Bachila play makepi suru kweba tiyo tabali ngiro South Africa and if you palange. You see? Now
badia program. Kabili badia ni ba team umundubile. So their agenda is to blame everything on Makebi to decampaign him. Mamona.
Yeah.
So that is the effort where we have understood her. Instead of ukuruikanya na ba UPND or blaming the Attorney General, the blame Makebi. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, it's not 40 Makebi Zuru because we fight to it's beyond us. Government na family aba Edgar. Yes,
I have a question. Did she mention who was going to pay for Makebi to stay in South Africa all this time?
No, she didn't.
Does she know that law?
Ati na batukana sana. Bachira tukana bana msonda muma comment ati badile na batukana sana. Bachira tukana nani? No, Shiva, Muzambia, we need to address issues as they come. We can't be walking on eggshells to let you know kulanda pabantu bamu. Mwamona. Apa kuisa fe mwalanda kwa bati nachi bakuli lidi yenu kuwalela nda ABCD. Mwamona. We cannot be confronting issues to let you know kulanda tiopantuala tukana. I've been here 5 years, I've been insulted. Bushana if said Shatara. But I always address issues head on.
You see, I in such a request to cover team to join as a guest. All I wanted to say is to condemn idea
because it is a campaign strategy of theirs from that team. Mwamona. Some of these people have project. We show muntu wa kwata 5 senses. Blame Makebi for your movie, baby. Eh? We tell you every time. Some of these people, that's why they're even failing to unite. They are a project. They are a people who have enabled the dictator. Okay?
You see, even if Makebi Zulu was there, he was not going to do anything because without anyone knowing, without even our lawyers work South Africa. So even if Makebi was there,
what could have Esther Lungu done? She's right there.
Yeah.
The whole Lungu family is right there in South Africa. They failed to stop it.
So there is no way I think it's not good.
No. It's okay. Because it's exposing them. Makebi said a lot of things will be revealed. So now, this thing of where they are coming to blame Makebi for Mukuibo Mubidi, some of these people, they are projects now by UPND, they are doing all these things. Whatever happens is to blame Makebi. It's their project because you want to 25 cents. Can't blame Makebi. If the wife and the widow, they are the family, they failed to stop it. How can a spokesperson stop it? Makebi has his life. Busheba kabesha venero ba suing Lungu family vali South Africa. Because the government can afford to rent a house for Kabesha to stay in South Africa until that case is resolved. Why hasn't GRZ rented the house for Kabesha to stay in South Africa? For that Lillian to demand that Makebi Ngali Kerekudi as a spokesperson. Is she going to pay for Makebi to stay there? Makebi has a life. He need to have a life, including everyone has a life. Bakabesha batwele Lungu family badi wera ku Zambia. Nishta bai karira kuria. Ngabari bonfia Zambia has got deep pockets. Zambia can afford to rent an apartment for Kabesha to stay in South Africa until the case is over. But Kabesha flies in and out. And how the hell do you expect Makebi to stay in South Africa when he's a mere person? Makebi cannot practice law in South Africa because every country has got his whatever. You have to study law in a particular country. That's why when those things happen in South Africa, they have engaged a lawyer who is a South African lawyer who has passed the bar in South Africa there and can practice law in South Africa. After nursing, if you're teaching, I can't teach me. I'm a teacher here. I'm a teacher, but I can't teach in the United States. You have to pass the bar here, whatever they call it, do licensing or even nursing. A lot of areas, when you go in another country, you have to meet the regulations for you to practice there. So Lillian is now climbing on this to start and drag people to her camp. Which way, you know, let people use this UP, the Mundo with a camp. They launch a manifesto, but imagine they launch a manifesto instead of what's the word, promoting their manifesto. The day they launched their manifesto, they were on Makebi. I'm like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? Leave the hell, stay away from Makebi. Leave Makebi out of your mouth. Every morning you wake up Makebi. Makebi. What kind of rubbish is this? They launched their manifesto. Instead of talking about their manifesto, Makebi this, Makebi that. A body is stolen, oh, Makebi this, Makebi that. Are you normal? Excuse me. Excuse you. Chiwalande Phoebe. Imagine, they launched a manifesto.